Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? Hope you're doing well. Just getting everything up and running. There we go. So we are up and running. We have got a Tom this evening, which is a nice change. And we've got a problem to solve, because 3 kilometres that way we've got a miner stuck in a hole. So this could be a problem. So just going to wait for Tom to get back and join me. He's been in chat briefly, but he's got to go put his kiddo to bed. So cool, we do have some ice here. That's always useful. Though I am going to top up the old hydrogen bottle. Battery's running to charge that up, and we're going to take that big old monster out. See if we can't rescue our mining vehicle. Now, what we do need is we're going to need a little bit of resources. So I'm going to start loading up cargo over here. Whoop. So I need to grab some nickel. Zoom. Grab a little bit of nickel. And grab a little bit more iron. And as much as I hate to, I'm going to grab that little extra bit of cobalt. Because we've got to get this vehicle out of the hole. Now, the good news is we've got a basic assembler and we've got a basic refinery. So we do at least have the ability to refine resources while we're out and about. What we don't have is an easy way of mining resources while we're out and about. So that could be a problem. I mean, that's exactly why our miner is stuck down a hole. Because we were trying to mine resources. Get overly carried away with the there's the hydrogen tank. Need. You gonna fill? No, you're not. Okay. Clearly, I haven't got enough hydrogen in the tank then. Wonderful. That. Yeah, we're just waiting until we get Tom join us. Oh, actually, I'm going to grab those because that is something we're going to need. We can save ourselves having to build a bunch of parts. That's going to be better for us in the long run, getting this vehicle fixed. Now I also need to check and see how much hydrogen we've got in this system. Okay, we've got stone still being processed. Interesting. And our basic refinery not doing much. Well, that we can't have. Oh, did I turn it off? I did turn it off. Good, so that'll start sorting that problem out. In fact, let's get the stone going after the iron. Yeah, we've got loads of stone on here. Loads of iron as well, actually. Good, 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 good. Right, what's our power levels like with all of that running? 5 hours. Don't have that much ice though. I'm really reluctant to turn those O2 gens on at the minute. Just see what we can do for now. Got the assembler off at least, so that's saving us a little bit of power. Oh yeah, I forgot I'd got the power connector on the back there. Whoopsie. In fact, what I might want to do is work out a way of hooking this thing up to the base to charge it properly. Do that while we're waiting for Tom to join us. Apparently we'll also run the dune buggy over. This is a problem! Oh dear. How badly did we dune buggy the dune buggy? Oh dear. Oh no. Right, we're off to a great start, stream. We are off to a fantastic start. Has this even got a gyroscope on it? Oh, it does have a gyroscope on it. Excellent, so that's something. I have a feeling that's going to be a problem for me to deal with later. Or do I deal with it now? Let's deal with it now. Time for some cheaty building writing. What I need is some light armor plate. Grab me some steel. And now we take advantage of the fact that batteries are really, really heavy. Even when said batteries aren't fully built. So let's play shift the centre of mass. Question, can I get this the right way up before Tom joins the stream? There she goes! Then we'll grind this away. And as you can see, it's a much more efficient way of righting your vehicle. And I think, yep, we've managed to get it wedged. Excellent. So that went well. Absolutely no evidence that anything happened though. Right. As I was saying. Can I come up with a way of connecting this to the base in such a way that we can recharge it? I'm going to go with probably not, but let's have a look. So if we're going to manage it anywhere, it's going to be at this point. What are we looking at? Ooh, that's going to get tight. It's possible, but it's going to get tight. Also, do we really have the resources for this, is the other question. Might work. I might try and put it on a piston. That might help. Because that'll give us the ability to stretch things out a little. Yeah, that's what we're not build planner. Quickly build up those extra construction comps. There we go. Do that, and then we'll get a connector on the end of that. It's going to be a wrong button night, I'm afraid, tonight's stream. It's just going to be a wrong button night. Hey, you didn't give me the construction components. You told me you'd withdrawn everything. You lie. Oh well. Need some more jump juice. Go. Oh, just grab it from down here. Look at that. So what we'll do is we'll extendo the piston. We'll give that a 0.5. See how that looks. Is that going to be far enough? Ooh, maybe. we may just be able to do this. So we're going to need to wiggle to the left.
Good evening.
Ah, good evening, Mr. Tom.
I'm here.
Excellent. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Not too bad. I've already flipped and righted a vehicle.
And my audio is included.
Woohoo!
Oh,
I'm glad we just completely glossed over my opening statement there. I appreciate that.
Sorry, I was trying to sort out Twitch on my phone. What did you say? Tell me again.
I said I've already flipped and self-righted a vehicle.
Awesome.
There was a slight reversing accident.
A slight reversing accident.
Yes, as in, I'm trying to work out if we can actually hook the Ripsaw up to the base in such a way as to get it to recharge off the base's batteries
Okay.
and wind turbines, and I may not have entirely been paying attention to where the dune buggy was as I was reversing.
Oh, you ran the dune buggy over.
Well, I didn't run it over. I caught, you know, the back wheels of the Ripsaw raised up.
Yes.
Well, it turns out they're raised up just enough that they mesh into the wheels of the dune buggy and turn it over.
Oh. Whoops.
So I managed to flip the dune buggy onto its side, but it's back on its wheels now, so it's all fine. And I am just in the process of lining the Ripsaw. Hey, look at that, it works. And we're now charging.
Woo!
Because we're gonna need the Ripsaw fully charged. Right. I can now send you an invite to the game.
Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah, I know. I was in the middle of doing something delicate. I was hoping I had a few more moments. Right, the invite has been sent.
Right, I am loading.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Unloading world. Oh.
Perhaps a bottle of mead was not necessarily the best way of starting this evening.
Or the best way.
Well, it was a recovery gift from a friend at work.
Yep.
So it's homemade mead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a little bit good.
Okay. Oh, it's night time. It's always night time whenever I join.
Yeah, I know.
Boing. Boing. Oh, you haven't.
Yeah, so the
have a new
Ripsaw
pipe.
now is charging. Yes, yeah. It was the safest way.
Nice. Has a special Tesla charge in as well because they're not actually joined together.
Yes. Yeah, it's magnetically charging
Yeah.
somehow. But yeah, the poor little dune buggy over here. Well, the crater in the ground here will probably tell some of the tale.
You made an hole.
Yeah, that hole was made by the top of the solar fin on the dune buggy. Goes well with our other holes that we've got kicking around here.
There's many holes.
Right. So I did, before I suddenly realised it's only got 5 hours of charge, I did start loading the Ripsaw up with material.
Okay.
Now we do have the advantage that the Ripsaw has got all of the stone and iron in it from trying to dig the buggy out last week.
Yes.
So the little refinery on the Ripsaw is going mad at the minute,
Awesome.
trying to process all of that.
With that tube, would it shunt it all back as well?
No, because there isn't a conveyor on this side, on the Ripsaw side. It's purely a power connector on the
Right.
Ripsaw. because it's got such a narrow chassis, I couldn't easily wire it in and plumb it in properly.
No, that's fair enough.
So yeah, it's very much a case of plug in for charge only. So, how about we get to it?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go save our thingy.
So, I have checked, we do actually have some ice in the Ripsaw.
Cool.
We only have about 5k of ice in the Ripsaw, so, you know, it's not loads, but it's better than nothing.
That'll be enough to keep us going.
Yeah. Right then. Are you seated, sir?
I am indeed.
Cool. For the journey, I will turn off the refinery, take the battery off of recharge, and disconnect us from the base.
It's away.
It is away, and remember to jack the suspension back up. Yeah, we've got to be careful with this vehicle. We've got about 40 minutes of power.
Oh.
So we'll be fine once the sun comes up, because we've got the solar panels on the front of it.
And it will start charging again.
And it will start charging, but if we're having to run the refinery, it's obviously going to start eating into that charge. So
Yeah.
we may have to turn the hydrogen engine on.
Have you got
But
the...
then, of course, we're going to need ice.
Yep.
Because we've only got 8% hydrogen on this thing.
Isn't that a lot of hydrogen though still for this thing?
It is, but it isn't going to last long.
Right.
Which way did we go to get up? 'Cause it wasn't straight up this cliff. I mean, we can go straight up this cliff, but... Track record I'm having today? Let's do it anyway.
It'll get there.
Is this the cliff that we worked out is actually just the wrong level of steepness for the Ripsaw? Please ignore the completely physics-breaking manoeuvre I just did up that cliff.
It can't be that physics breaking. It's space engineers. I mean, their physics are perfect.
Oh, you poor innocent fool. I mean, you have no idea how much of me is tempted just to stick a long train of blocks off the back of the Ripsaw, put a dirty great landing gear foot on the back of it, and see if we can't drag the miner free.
Is this what that?
I know that is a
Is
very
this where
good
we
way
was?
of making a miner explode. This is where it is. I can see the signal for it.
I can see the signal. I just can't see the hole. Oh, we just drove over the hole. Right.
Yes. I figured that might be a good way of me highlighting to you where the hole was.
Yeah.
It also means that I can line us up right next to it, so we've got easy access to the Ripsaw's cargo pods. In fact, I can actually lower the Ripsaw down to the ground now.
Ooh, that's weird.
What, lowering it down?
Yeah. When I'm looking at the floor. Whoa.
There we go. We actually got enough room underneath it to access the cargo ports.
Yes.
Wicked. Perfect. And the sun's coming up. Excellent.
Right.
So yeah, this is our problem. It's stuck in the old.
It is so stuck.
It is. We did a proper job of sticking it. Now, the question is, do you have a preferred way that you want to try to get it out? You've got a couple of options.
I mean, I originally was all for trying to dig out underneath it to level it out and basically start working back upwards again.
Right. Okay.
But that's possibly a very, very long-winded way of doing it. All this stuff's still here still.
Yeah, there will still be stuff here. So the way I see it, we've only got a couple of options. One is trying to finish building the the miner, because it's only half built really.
Yep.
Because when it's fully built, it will have enough thrusters to be able to fly out of the hole without any problems. So that's option 1.
Yeah.
Option 2 is we try and build a second vehicle to either connect onto this and empty it, because I think when it's empty it might have enough guts to drag itself out, or to tow it out. That's option 2. Or option 3 is we manually empty it and then deconstruct it.
Oh, I like the idea of finished building it, so we've got some thrusters.
Cool. Okie dokie then. Well, fortunately, it has a projector on it.
Whee!
There we go, projector is now on. So, priority needs to be the thrusters on the bottom, I would say.
Which ones are the thrusters?
Yeah, any of those thrusters pointing downwards, I would say, has got to be our priority. So if you come underneath the vehicle, there's actually some on the bottom of the chassis as well. At the front and the back.
The front ones might be useful, because that'll light in the front.
Yeah, exactly. But we're also going to need a little bit of side thrust, so I'm thinking... Because we want to do this with minimum resources, really, don't we? So, I'm thinking we do this a couple of thrusters at a time, and just see how we do.
Okay.
So, if you want to start in those bottom ones underneath, and I will start getting the side thrusters that we're going to need to make sure this thing doesn't tip over as we go out the hole. Okay, I think I may have found one of the problems we encountered last week.
What's that?
If you come and join me over here, and look up, can you see something? Out there. Just this tiny little perfect cube of voxel.
Oh, really?
And I think that's actually too small for us to hit with a hand drill. Ow.
Did I get you?
Yeah. Yeah, that is too small for us to hit with a hand drill. Which means we've got to hit it with a vehicle drill to get that voxel cleared. Either that or I've got to go into admin mode and play with the voxel hand tool. Which has all sorts of problems. Wonderful. Well, that would explain what we were crunching into that was stopping us moving, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to be able to clear that with a hand drill. We'd have got it by now.
Well, that's ridiculous.
So, yeah, yes it is. Right. Enable creative tools, voxel hand. Oh, of course, I think I disabled voxel hand in this. Yep, I did. Yeah, we're going to have to nuke that out with a vehicle drill somehow. Or just be really damn clever and get round it somehow. Anyway, yeah, back to building things.
Right, for some reason...
Yep.
It won't let me copy the thrusters so that I can start making them.
Make sure... Right, this is going to sound stupid,
Yes.
but you need to get slightly further away from them and make sure that there's nothing else in your crosshair.
Yep. Now highlighted green and everything, and it won't let me...
Yeah, try and make sure that your crosshair isn't pointed at anything else. It's really picky sometimes on what it will pick up on with the blueprint. What you may even be better off doing is trying one of the other hydrogen thrusters and just doing it a number of times.
Is that hydrogen thruster? Yes, but it's a
All
different
the
colour.
thrusters on it are hydrogens. Yeah, all the thrusters on this thing are hydrogen.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, so just get that a couple of times.
See if I can
Right,
remember
so
how
that's
to.
a couple of stabilising thrusters on.
Cannot withdraw. Okay, so I need to get it to make it.
So you
don't
need
I?
to. Yep.
What button? I can't remember what I pressed to get it to do that.
So it's left bumper and select to cue it for construction, and right bumper and select to withdraw.
Cool. Let's start it.
Yep, and I've just queued some more thrusters as well. Fortunately, it's also crunching its way through a load of iron and stone at the moment, so... And then we're going to need to feed this thing some ice.
I should have brought another vehicle with me.
Possibly, yeah. How far are we looking back to base? 2.5k. Bit of a long run on the jetpack.
Oh my god.
It's all very quiet in chat at the minute. Like there's only us here.
Right, base. I'll tell you what. You'll be a lot quicker at this than me.
Well, we've got a load of thrusters built on the bottom now. I think we're almost up for a test run in a second.
Ooh.
If you wanna...
Oh, I'm so close. I got 30%, 24%.
Did you not fill up before you went?
Oh. And it just refilled my... It just refilled it.
That's because you've got a bottle, Tom. See the little dash above the first bar of your hydrogen
Yeah, but my
meter?
ball didn't go down.
Yeah, no. But your bottle just means you've got a bottle in your inventory.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't tell you how much is in that bottle.
I can't remember which one is mine. Doesn't make a lot of difference, does it?
Except yours has got more ice in it. Yours isn't the one right next to the survival pod. Mine's the one right in the middle of the base next to the survival pod.
They're both next to the survival pod. Mine's the one.
Really?
I'm guessing mine's the one that's a little bit further out from the base.
Yes, because mine is literally parked between your fridge and the survival pod.
Alright, it's also turned off because I
Yeah.
do the things. Let's turn it back on.
And mine's currently not turned off because I've got it on charge.
Alright. Mine's got a load of ice in it, so...
Cool.
This is where I'm
Ah,
going.
hello there, Dovahkiin. How are you doing?
Hey, Dovahkiin.
Welcome.
This is me about to find out whether my controls are working or not. Yes.
Excellent. This should be fun then.
Yes. They are. We're still running
We are
away.
well into rescue operations on the mining vehicle, Dovahkiin. We also think we found part of the problem we were experiencing last time, in that we found a tiny little piece of voxel about where I got the back of the vehicle stuck. So that's not helping matters. So we have decided we're going to build up some of the thrusters on this vehicle and see if we can fly it out of here. Tom has just returned to base quickly to grab a vehicle with some ice in it. And then we're going to see if we can't get this out of the hole.
back.
Excellent. I've just about finished all of the thrusters that I think we might need. At least for the first attempt. So we've got a little bit of sideways thrust to stabilise us. We've got quite a bit of downward thrust. And we've also got some braking thrusters. Or what would normally be braking thrusters. Just to give us a bit more of an oomph. So, how much ice or how much fuel did we leave in here? Wonder if there's a way to make a flying bike. Depends what you mean by a flying bike, but there are some silly things we can do.
The answer is yes. Always yes. Give me the flying bike.
Fine. Okay, let's turn the lag generating blueprint off for a moment. Do we even have enough oomph under here still? I don't think we do. Actually, that's good. Are any of these thrusters actually on? Let's have a look. On. That one's not on, but that's 'cause it's incomplete. Oh dear. Yep, we're gonna need some more thrust.
Oh, I did dump some more iron.
Yeah.
In the vehicle.
Having said that, can I borrow you for a second, Tom?
Yes.
Can you have a look so you can see under the vehicle?
Yep. Just coming.
And see if the thrusters are actually thrusting. If you can see little cones of fire coming off the bottom. Don't stand too close because they will hurt you.
I can't see any thrusters on the bottom. At the top end, yeah. Okay, yep, go for it.
Are they doing anything?
Doing shit.
Wonderful. Okay, so we have a small bug then. Right. I don't think we've got enough ice in the system to power the thrusters.
Oh, okay. Do you want to take some
So I think we
my
need.
bike?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind grabbing some from your bike, and I'm gonna build a few more thrusters. I was trying to be stingy, and should have known better.
Where's my ice? Ice. Right.
Ice baby.
Take as much as I can.
Yeah, got eaten by the wheels and the drill again.
Do I deposit it in its rear access bolt?
Yep, just dump it in that rear connector and we'll be all good.
Cool. It's the whole load, I don't know whether that's enough.
I would give it one more load.
Back to my bike. Back to my bike. Back to my bike.
And while we've got a second, I'm going to check and see what our battery situation is with the Ripsaw. Okay, we've got 5 hours of power on the Ripsaw.
Okay, I now have no ice left in the bike.
Okay, so we need, whatever happens, we need to do an ice restock on the way home.
Yes.
Because we could do with some in the Ripsaw as well. Ugh. It's difficult getting to the front thrusters with it stuck at this angle.
What I might do for the minute is go turn the bike back off.
Okie doke.
Well, if it's got no ice in it, it's got no fuel.
Yep. Okay, that had an effect.
Did that work?
I don't know if I'd say it worked, but I can definitely tell that that thruster is firing.
Cool. And we go have a look underneath. Did you get rid of that? No, it hasn't gone.
Right, let's find the thrusters. There
Oh,
we are.
that one worked.
Yeah, we seem to have a little bit of movement happening now that we've got some ice in the system. So I reckon if I finish up these thrusters that I've started down here, we may have a hope. Right, there's all the bits. Nearly knocked myself out as I run underneath the vehicle. Let's finish that one. Yeah, at some point, Tom, I need to introduce you to the glorious thing in Space Engineers that are sand buggies.
Sand buggies.
Yeah, basically what you do is you have wheels a bit like the stabilizers that we've got on the bikes, with 0 friction and 0 propulsion.
Yep.
And then you have a couple of massive thrusters on the back of it, and it skates across the ground like the sand buggies you see at the beach that are pulled by kites.
Like hovercraft.
Sort of. The only reason it's normally sand buggy is because you've got less control over it than a hovercraft. Which is saying something.
That sounds like a good thing to me.
Oh, they are incredibly fun, but they tend to have a short life expectancy, I think is the best way of putting it. Right. We now have significantly more thrusters on the bottom of the vehicle. And we now also have...
of iron.
It is a very nice patch of iron. Right then. Do we think this is going to work?
Oh. How about...
Right. Terrifyingly, it's still too heavy.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's okay, we haven't got all of the downward thrusters on it yet. There's still a few more hiding back here.
What have I got turned on? Orange.
Whee! But I have a nasty feeling we're going to need more ice.
That's what I was just looking at.
I believe there's some relatively nearby. Yeah, there's some 900 meters away.
That's what I'm just trying to find it.
In this away direction.
Yep, I can see it. I'll go get some ice.
Thanking you. I shall keep the construction effort undergoing. I'm so glad I made the ripsaw. I would not have fancied trying this without that vehicle. Oh, that's going to be a problem. We'll deal with that problem in a second.
Ooh, texture's
That one needs to
changed.
come in. Texture's changed?
Yeah. There we go.
Alright. Mm-hmm. Okay, we are going to need... Okay. Keen have tried to get around the script issue, Dovahkiin. It's unfortunately not a problem of their making for once.
What happened?
Basically, there's a scripting function where you can pretty much write your own code into a block in Space Engineers that will execute it.
Right.
So you can really heavily automate stuff. Like, there's one that I use on our server quite a lot that automatically sorts your cargo system for you.
Oh, okay.
Which, as you can imagine, is really useful.
Yeah.
But because of the terms of service of Xbox Live
Yeah.
and the Xbox platform, Microsoft have a hard ban on any non-approved code being executed on an Xbox.
Right.
It's just not allowed. There's no negotiating on it. It's just not allowed at all. But as you can imagine, it's quite a sought-after thing.
Yeah.
So people are a little bit, and slightly understandably, grumpy with Microsoft for blocking the code being used, but at the same time, for once they're doing it for a legitimate security concern, rather than just because Microsoft.
Oh my god. Wish there was a way to increase your carry capacity.
That's another commonly requested thing. But yeah, it even went so far that people figured out that if you went on a server, loaded a script into a programmable block, and then saved the grid, it saved the script in a functional manner, so that it would work. And Microsoft made them patch that out.
Really?
Because it was technically violating the terms of service.
Well done,
And that's a
Microsoft,
big no-no.
encourage people to learn and improve themselves.
I mean, fair play, they found a way around it. But, yeah, so many people have tried to fix the script issue, and unfortunately we just haven't got a solution yet. The only way that they could realistically do it is take a leaf out of Bethesda's book and do a in-house approval process for scripts.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of work on behalf of Keen. Wow, we still don't have enough traction to get out of this hole.
I think you might
Which
have to
is
tow it up.
unusual. Well, normally with this vehicle, I've run this on a server with exactly the same weight that we're currently at. And I've not had any problems with it.
I wonder if it's stuck on another Vexel.
I am starting to wonder that. I'm just drilling the wheels a bit clearer, because we are pretty tight up against the side of this. I mean, the problem isn't scripted mods as such, it's the programmable block itself, Dufferkin. That's what Microsoft doesn't like. And the mods are just sort of taken out as collateral. It's the actual executing of code that Microsoft themselves haven't approved, because it leaves them open for all sorts of hacking and everything. It is a legitimate security concern that Microsoft have got. For once, I won't actually fault them for taking security seriously. I mean, I am not necessarily Microsoft's biggest apologist, but sometimes they actually get it right. Have we lost a Tom?
No, I'm still here.
I know you are still there. You've just been awfully quiet.
I've been concentrating on...
I get nervous when you get quiet.
Ice. Ice.
Indeed. Right. Ah, I've just seen some thrusters that might be of use to us in this problem. Let's get the rest of the reversing thrusters plumbed in. We've got all the lift thrusters in, worryingly. Yeah, I think we're just a little overweight on those forward drills. So our ad hoc construction facility on wheels is doing all right.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
Oh, why didn't that work? Because I pressed the wrong button. No.
There we go, right.
Oh, I think I filled up the bike.
Did you get carried away, Tom?
Apparently so. Well, it hasn't put any of the water in the hydrogen tanks.
It doesn't put anything in the hydrogen tanks.
Oh, and it's
The
not,
hydrogen tanks are only full of gas.
and it's not processing it because I turned it off again. Because I'm stupid.
Ah, there we go. No, you're not stupid, you're just energy efficient with your hydrogen.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Look, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, Tom, don't blow it. Right. Okay then. Let's get the projector switched off again.
Okay.
And let's see if we've got enough thrust this time.
Uh-oh. Double O.
What's up?
I'm stuck. It's fine. I'm not stuck anymore.
I say, don't you get stuck as well. It's bad enough with the mining vehicle.
I'm actually stuck in the vehicle.
Right, yeah. This is not moving anywhere.
Got a nice little gather point inside this hole.
Right, Dovahkiin, the problem with the scripts is not anything to do with servers at all. The problem Microsoft have with the script is client-side script executed on the Xbox. They don't care what you do on the servers. It's all about the client-side scripting on the physical console itself. So a scripted mod would work if the mod author put all of their scripting onto the server and didn't have anything client-side. The problem is, executing server-side scripts is a lot harder than it is executing a client-side script on a PC. So all of the mods for SE are set up assuming you're on a PC and executing those scripts on the computer itself, because it's just faster. Not only that, some of the stuff like player position is more accurate if it's done client-side than if it's done server-side. So for mods like, picking one that everyone is always asking for, which is energy shields, that mod just physically will not function if you execute the script server-side, because by the time you've got ping delay between your console, your server, through a switch, through whatever, you're not going to be in the location that the server thinks you are by the time it's processed your shield, and things will end horribly badly. So it's not scripted mods that Microsoft don't like, it's scripts on the console as opposed to the server. So having a separate server for it wouldn't actually change anything, unfortunately. I mean, technically that's what we've got now, is a script-enabled server. That's how we're able to get scripts on SE at all on Xbox, is Keen have found a loophole in Microsoft's terms and conditions where the servers aren't executing code on the console, therefore it doesn't count, is basically what Keen have done. But yeah, what Microsoft don't want is people to be able to write a virus that would function on an Xbox. That is their nightmare scenario, because they don't have antivirus on a console. But because it's closed loop script, it's, no one knows what the code is apart from Microsoft. And it's so locked down that it's not worth the hassle for someone to find out. I'm not saying they couldn't if they wanted to, but it's just not worth the hassle. So if they open the door to scripting however you like it, because a script in Space Engineers is just executing C, I think it is, programming language. You can do some very dangerous things with that. I mean, I know someone on the PC version set up a cryptocurrency mining program in SE and was legitimately mining a Bitcoin inside his SE world just to prove that he could.
That's quite funny, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. He got into massive amounts of trouble with it. I think more from Bitcoin than Space Engineers. Because they were worried that he, was cheating the system, basically. But yeah, it's a very, very large risk from Microsoft's point of view, very little reward. Because there's a handful of games that would take advantage of it. You've got Space Engineers, Minecraft, and that's about it, really. I mean, I suppose technically Fallout, but they've already found a way around it. So, yeah, from the Microsoft point of view, it's not worth the security risk. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have access to the scripted mods that need those client-side scripts, but it's just not going to happen.
How are we getting on?
And I think that's shown that I've spent way too much time around programming in my life.
Okay, I've run out of room.
You run out of room, cool. I am in the process of emptying the drills. Because we definitely have a nose-heavy problem at this point.
Oh my god.
You suffering there, Mr. Tom?
Yeah, only a little. I'm coming back.
Cool. Yeah, each attempt uses about 5% of the hydrogen in this thing. We're down to a 4%. Or we were last time I checked. For a second there, Tom, I was half expecting you to put that down the hole. I mean, considering I started the stream by flipping a buggy over, I am expecting the worst at this point. It's a shame there isn't an easy way of attaching a tow bar to the attack bike and just drive that down here and tow it out.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder.
There isn't a way of attaching a tow bar.
No, I was thinking I might be able to get rid of that Vauxhall. Vexel, Vauxhall,
How?
whatever. I'd drive into it.
No, that'll break your vehicle.
Will it?
Yeah, you need a vehicle-mounted drill to get rid of that Vauxhall. Literally the only way of getting rid of it is vehicle drill. Trust me, I've had to deal with this a horrific number of times in space. It's even worse on a spaceship, because they're so damn small and your ship is so damn big that you're just not going to spot them. Right.
Okay, how's that?
I will let you know in just a second. I'm going to grab another load of stone out of the drills. Yeah, that seems to be doing alright. That's... You can see the ice chunking away. Let's see what our hydrogen levels are at. 6% and rising.
Cool.
So...
We just empty drills now.
That's all I've been doing, is just, while I'm waiting for it to sit there and process the ice, I was just passing the time by emptying some of these drills out. And I've worked out the drills we can get to, it's much faster if you just run up to the access port on the drill, rather than going into the cargo port at the back and searching for it.
That's fair. I tried that and
Fortunately,
it just gave me everything.
Oh, it will still list that, but it will list the drill first. Or it should do.
Oh, there's probably a way to make it do that, but it just doesn't for me because, you know, reasons.
Fair enough.
Oh, that was empty, that's why.
Ah, yes. That would be a good reason. Oh, something else that we are going to have to try on a stream at some point.
Yes.
I was watching a YouTuber called Splitsy, who is really, really good at Space Engineers.
Yeah.
He's the reason I started playing the game.
Okay.
Australian gentleman, fantastic guy, chatted to him a couple of times on his streams.
Yeah.
Really good bloke. He has figured out how to make ropes in Space Engineers.
Ropes.
Yep. Because we have a hinge block. I suppose chain would be a more accurate, analogue for it.
Yeah.
But he's worked out if you string a whole bunch of hinges together with the power off, so that they're free to swing left and right as much as they like, but with braking torque on, so that they've got a little bit of resistance.
Yeah.
You can essentially make a rope out of them.
That's useful.
Now it'll only flex in one dimension. You know, it won't flex in all directions because you really want to have all of the hinges aligned the same direction. Otherwise, you know, you're invoking Clang, and well, you've already seen what happens when you anger Clang.
Well, yeah.
But in his video he released this weekend, he's actually got a winch-mounted drill.
That'd be interesting.
So it's something that I want to test in creative first, but we are definitely, once I figure out the right settings and things like that, definitely something we're going to have to try in survival, because that's too much fun not to.
Yeah.
Right then, let's grab another load of stone. Let's have a quick check how we... Oh, we're up to 9%. I'll give it another give it another run, I'd say. I'll empty this one out and then I'll give it a try and see how we're doing. See if we've now got the vehicle light enough with enough thrust that we can get this thing free. Also just going to check and make sure nothing else is clipped into the voxels.
Okay, sorry.
It's alright. Come on. Drill the damn walls. Thank you. Yeah, we are getting to that point, Dovahkiin, but we're also, you know, lazy. So we're desperately trying. I mean, we've already emptied half the drills at this point.
I'm starting on drill number 10, apparently.
Yeah, there's a few drills on this vehicle.
While you're clearing space
yeah.
and making certain, I'm just emptying.
Yeah. No, keep going. I've just decided to finish emptying the drill that I'd almost finished. It only got like 1k left in it now. So might as well on that one. Right, let's have a look and see what drills have we got and how full are they. 1, 2, 3. We got 5 drills that have still got stone in.
Again, the problem is
Out of the 9 on the vehicle.
You're so limited to how much you can carry at a time.
Yep. Yeah. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the thrusters on, see if it actually lifts. Because if it doesn't lift up, there's no point trying. And we'll just empty it some more.
Yep. Well, there's definitely some movement. Oh, back's up in the air.
Yeah, I deliberately put the back up in the air. Right. Yeah, we've got no choice. Those drills need to be emptied. There's just way too much weight. Way too much weight. But if we could have got it out then, we could have just, you know, emptied it. It's much faster to plug it in and empty it.
Where was its emptying ports? It's just on the back, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, just on the back.
Which means we've got to drive it back to base.
Yeah, but once we get it out the hole, it'll be alright to drive, especially now we've got the thrusters on it.
I'm just thinking, because we've now got 3 vehicles here.
We do have 3 vehicles here. That is a slight problem, but that's a good problem to have. I mean, I would say I'd attach a mag lock to the bottom of the ripsaw and just pick it up underneath that, but that's a good way of losing the vehicle.
But what I can do is I can take the bike back quickly and then fly back.
Fair enough.
But I'll help you finish emptying this first of all. Well,
yeah, let's get the vehicle out the hole first, then we can figure out. then we can figure out what we're doing. Because I mean, once we've got it out, what we should really do is run the Ripsaw back with the bike, because the Ripsaw's got 2 seats on it, and then we just run back with the Ripsaw.
Oh, I can do
the
I can do the flight in one journey, in one.
Oh, that's
pack.
alright then.
Yeah, yeah, I made it to
Cool.
the base from here with the jetpack, no problems.
Ah, wicked. So yeah, in which case just dump the bike back then.
Back and forth. No, wrong button.
Yeah.
That one there.
And if this doesn't make it light enough, then we might need another plan. Because we've now attached all of the thrusters to it, other than ones pushing it in directions we don't want to.
Well, there's not many more drills to empty.
Yeah, I am seriously considering a mag plate, but I'm also conscious that this vehicle runs really low to the ground, so it's possible that we'd end up scraping the mining truck off the bottom of it. Not only that, if you're talking about towing it out with a mag plate, none of the vehicles we've got that will fit down this hole have either got a surface you could attach a mag plate to, or enough oomph to actually pull it out. I think all we'd end up with is 2 vehicles stuck down a hole.
It doesn't help with that stupid Vauxhall there as well.
Yeah, that Vauxhall is giving me cause for concern, but I don't really want to restart the world, considering it took nearly 20 minutes for it to load earlier.
Yeah.
I don't really want to restart the world just to turn on Vauxhall tools. But yeah, no, I haven't forgotten mag plates, and I'm still considering, if this doesn't work, building a low mass, high power vehicle with a big old mag plate stuck to the front of it, just to tow the thing out. That is on my list of things I'm considering.
Oh, we did all of this just to get to that bit of iron.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we now have a tunnel to the iron, so what we can do once we've got the miner out is we can put steel plate down, so we've got a nice road surface.
Yeah. There's also another hole down the other end that you could literally drive down at an angle.
Nice.
I don't know if you'll be able to get back out of it again or not, but...
Well, we might end up making a U-bend at this rate.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, once we get it light enough, this should be a slightly more capable mining vehicle. Do-do-do.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, we've got 2.5 drills to empty. I need to stop jumping off that bit of cliff. I'm now down to 58% health.
Ooh.
It's not from one go, I just keep doing it.
Like repetitive injuries.
Yeah. Right, where's the survival kit? Before I accidentally kill myself. Let's have a sip of mead while we're at it.
We've got 2 more to go.
Excellent. That's not a good sign.
What's that?
The Ripsaw is out of hydrogen. Or at least it's not giving hydrogen from the survival kit anymore.
Put it off of
Which is weird
my
because it's
bike.
got ice. Hold on, I think it might be I've just got the O2H2 generator switched off. Yeah, I have. We're all good.
Okay.
Having said that, we probably want that O2H2 generator off. Now.
Yeah.
I'm not really using a huge amount. Did I time that perfectly?
You did. You
By
landed
any chance?
straight in front of me.
At least I kept going forwards then.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Nearly there.
nearly there. Right, remembered not to jump off the edge this time. Nope. And back for another run. Just realised, as all I'm doing is typing in drill and doing show empty, or only show full, I might as well do it from the back connector at this point for me. The advantages of keyboard.
The back connector. I mean, I can pull it
Yeah,
from
the
here.
cargo port. You can. It's just if you're emptying a drill that you're directly connecting to, it's faster. But as we're now
Well, I'm not
dealing
on,
with the middle drills,
I'm not on keyboard. It does make a blind bit of difference.
no, for you it doesn't.
Right, would have saved me some time.
Not a huge amount.
No, no, trying to get down the side of it to the drills for me. The way I was going, it was
Oh, okay. Have I heard of Miracle of Sound? I mean, it rings a bell. You got a bit more context to go with that one, Dovahkiin, because that sort of rings a bell. But that's an interesting way of spelling it. Which makes me think it's a deliberate way of spelling it. You'll be pleased to know there's still ice in the mining vehicle, so it's still generating hydrogen.
cool.
Just glad it's got a big old fat hydrogen tank as the centre of it. Yeah, it's still got 5k of unprocessed ice in it. Oh, they're a band on Spotify. Okay, that would explain the very specific way they've spelt it then. The name, as I said, rings a bell, but I couldn't tell you a specific track or anything like that from it. I don't know if that's a band you've heard of, Mr. Tom?
No.
Fair enough. In which case, Mr. Dovahkiin, you have a slight disadvantage of no, we don't really know who you're talking about. As I am usually looking for music to listen to at work, I may give it a try. And see if I can track it down and have a listen before the next stream, but
Empty!
that's a woohoo! Moment of truth. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to find another plan. Purely because if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go slightly mad. Okay, so without the thrusters, this is just on the wheels.
Cool. So we're looking
And it's
better.
moving. There we are.
You know we're near the Vauxhall yet.
No, I know, but I'm also having some interesting problems.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, just don't. I am not sure how we've ended up here. Ah, thank you. Right. Come on, little truck. You can do it. Oh, God. Okay, the camera is not cooperating with me right now. Tom.
Yes.
I'm sort of out of the hole.
I think you're where that Vauxhall is.
I think I am as well. But I also don't have any more lifting thrust available. So I can't fly over it. I'm trying to find it with the driver camera, but I can't see that voxel. But we're less stuck than we were. That's the important bit. We are less stuck than we were. Right, get clear. I'm going to try the thrusters again.
Yep.
Yeah, there's something kicking it up in the air and then doing all sorts of horribleness to it. So I think we are getting stuck on that little tiny bit of voxel. I'm just trying to find it again. I don't think I've got enough thrust to lift it clean out of the hole. Is the problem.
I'm just trying to give you a bit of roof clearance in case you need to go up and over, or...
Well, that's the thing. I don't think we've got enough thrust to go up and over. We're almost out. We're almost home free.
Thank you, my love. UK, is it?
Almost home free. Put in the call on Spotify. Okay, I will try and remember to write that down after the stream finishes and look it up before next time. My memory is absolutely shocking, so I will apologise in advance for, you know, forgetting. And I know I haven't got the thrusters on at the minute. Yeah, it's definitely caught on something.
I reckon it's that one voxel.
I would say, judging by that behaviour, you are correct. Especially as I've just seen where that voxel is. It was inside the connector.
Ah.
Having said that, this is getting a bit interesting.
So close.
Tell me about it. Just trying to find out where that little bugger of a voxel's gone. I saw it briefly as I went back into the hole and it literally came out of the connector. So... Right. Right. Oh, what's on the menu tonight then, Tom? Come on, make me jealous.
Chicken pie. Wah!
Very nice. Oh yeah, you might want to move your bike.
That's what I was trying to do. I was like...
Before you say anything, Stream, I knew his bike was there. I wasn't going to undermine it. I thought about it, but then I remembered that we've already got one vehicle that's still stuck in a hole.
Don't know what's...
What's up? Are you having problems?
I think I'm having some serious... lag issues.
Well, you're currently reversing on my screen.
I'm all over the place. There we go. I'm caught back up
Bye.
again. It was like going forwards and one. I was like, no, go back, go back.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I got chicken pie.
Very nice.
Oh, oh.
Alright, we're getting there. We are getting there. Still trying to work out why it's trying to flip us over every time I turn the thrusters on, but... Right. Bit more trimming of the ground.
I think we probably could have blah words. I think we could
Start
have,
again there, Tom.
I think we probably could have mined out all of the iron by hand by now.
Yes, but it wouldn't have been as much fun.
Well, that's true.
Dovahkiin, I will quite, freely say no. I am not a massive fan of rap music. My choices generally lean into the rock and metal categories. This thing is driving like absolute garbage right now. It's a tad concerning. How much ice have we still got in this system? Okay, we've still got ice in the system. That's good.
Oh. Oh, it's out. It's out. It's free! Hooray!
That was not a fun driving experience. Whew.
Congratulations!
Yeah, we've seriously overloaded this thing. Because normally, when I put it in hover like that, it can fly. So either we're missing some thrust, or we've seriously overloaded it. I'm leaning towards both.
So I think most of it's taken out now, isn't it? Most of the weight was in the drills.
I don't know, there's still 7 medium cargo containers on this thing.
Yeah, fair.
Each of which carry as much as a drill.
Oh, okay. Right.
But I have run this significantly heavier than that before now.
I'm gonna go drop the bike back.
Cool.
And where is it? It's over there, isn't it?
Yep, you do that. I'm going to go and raise the suspension back up on the Ripsaw.
Definitely want to make this bike faster. Ooh.
The only way you're making that bike faster is to put rockets on the back of it. We've had this discussion, Tom.
I know. It doesn't stop me from wanting to do it.
True, very true. I also haven't said you can't do it.
Yeah.
That is a very good mead. Which bodes well, because the gentleman that gave me that also gave me a cherry mead that he's made.
Cherry mead? Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, cherry mead is nice.
I mean, I have to admit, I'm not a massive fan of Cherry.
Okay, where is that voxel, and can I murder it with the drills? Here, voxel, 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 voxel. I need to give you a quick short back and sides. Okay, so it's right down there.
Okay. Where are you? Over there. I'm coming back.
Cool. I'm really hoping that got the voxel, because that is about as far down the hole as I'm willing to risk tipping this thing right now. Nope, just short of it. Dang it. Right, let's grab a steel plate.
It uses about 75% of my onboard capacity for flying back and forth.
Okay, cool. Worth knowing.
Well, for flying back, not back and forth.
Yep. Okay. Of course I don't. You didn't give me any steel plate. Of course you didn't. I've just seen your don't do it, Duff again. That might have been a little bit late by the time the stream delay kicked in. Right. So that we don't have the problem of mining vehicle down the really, really big hole anymore.
Making some flooring.
Not making some flooring, I'm aiming a target for where I want to remove a voxel.
Oh, okay.
Right, do you want to check and see if that got it? It was literally right in the middle of that sort of cross that I drew to start with. So you see the one that's going straight down into the floor, it was right in front of that.
Nope, still there.
Still there? Right, okay.
Boom.
Oh, careful now. Right, if that didn't get it, we're not going to get it. Because we've got 3% of hydrogen left, and I'm not risking it down that hole.
Can't see it.
Woohoo! Right.
Cool.
I'm going to leave those blocks there for now. We'll come and sort the iron mine out properly later. Do you want to take the ripsaw or do you want to take the miner?
I don't mind. The miner looks like it's a bit more important than the ripsaw. Though the ripsaw is like a mobile base, so I don't mind.
I will take the miner, the ripsaw... Well, I'm already in it, let's put it that way.
Okie dokie.
That's the easy way of putting it, and I've also realised I need to fix the miner's wheels.
Why does it always automatically turn on the jetpack as soon as I get off and on a ladder?
Because that's how ladders work.
Okay.
We are not the Chuckle Brothers, they are far more professional than we are.
Have we been... Huh? Yeah, it's lovely, thank you. I have a drink. Was Stephen King calling us the Chuckle Brothers?
He was asking if we were the Chuckle Brothers. I mean, I know we're not exactly professional space engineers at this point, but I think we're slightly above Chuckle Brother level at this stage. Not much, I'll grant you, but I think we're slightly above that. I'm heading back, I've got the wheels fixed.
it's got the turning circle of a boat. There's a tree, there's a tree.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I got over
use the gyro to help with your steering. Remember that thing has got an absolutely ridiculous strength gyro.
Yeah, it was making
Oh, that's a problem.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I told you this thing's got rubbish steering. You okay? Are you broken?
I'm fine. I fortunately ended up in between your wheel path there.
I kind of ended up trying to bunny hop over you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if that helped or the fact that the Ripsaw has just got really good suspension settings. But whatever happened, we got lucky there. I was going to attempt the cliff with the thrusters, but you know what? I'm just going to go down the ramp. What do you mean, are we sure about that?
Yes! I just bunny hop as a tree.
Fair enough. Dovahkiin is insisting we're the Chuckle Brothers still.
Yeah, it's really bad taste because one of them's dead.
I mean, slightly.
That's not very nice.
I wasn't going to go there. I'm assuming that Dovahkiin is possibly unaware of that fact. I don't believe Dovahkiin is in the UK, so wouldn't necessarily know. Anyway, Dovahkiin, if we did all of this absolutely flawlessly and nothing ever went wrong, it'd be boring to watch. Oh, you are in the UK. My apologies. From some of the conversations we'd had about time zones and stuff, I'd, for some reason, got the impression you were at least Europe somewhere, rather than UK. All I can see is the back end of the Ripsaw tipped up in the air from this angle. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm down in a divot at the moment rather than you parked it with its back end up in the air, but...
all its middle wheels are on the floor.
Yeah, that's the important bit. It just... considering how low this thing rides to the ground, it looks a bit weird. Don't forget, I'm used to being the one driving a Ripsaw, not driving up behind one.
No, that's true. That was bloody lovely.
Right. So for my next trick...
have you made that so it's big enough that you can back up your miner onto that lower one and back the Ripsaw onto the top one?
That is sort of what I'm hoping I've done. Is sort of what I'm hoping I've done. But I haven't tested it.
Oh, okay. What's happening down here?
Down where? There may have been an incident of spiders. There may have been an incident of spiders. Careful. Yeah, careful while I'm manoeuvring this thing, because it doesn't manoeuvre particularly safely.
There you're on.
Woohoo! And to answer your question, probably not on the Ripsaw.
Nah, it's not quite long enough, is it?
Well,
they might be
I whacked another piston on the end of it. Nothing ever went wrong by stacking pistons.
Yeah, stacking pistons is fine. Did we actually lift up those pistons that are in the bottom of the hole?
Yes. We ground them all down.
Oh, of course we did, yeah, and then I died a couple of times from falling down the hole.
Yeah, and then we died a couple of times from flying into each other.
Yep. Did good.
We did. Professional space engineers, yeah. Tom. That's what you got to remember. Professional space engineers.
Professional doesn't mean good. Professional just means you get paid.
Oh, well, definitely not that then. Definitely not professional then. Right. Let's pull all of the stone out of that mining vehicle. Now that we've got it back. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, there's loads of stone left in that mining vehicle.
I just need a pulp, don't I?
And I think, Tom, there's a danger we might actually be able to carry on construction on your vehicle.
No. No.
Right. Okay, the basic refineries are all chunking away now. Where's my parts bin gone? There it is. Okay, where's that then? Oh, of course, it's probably wouldn't have got the right cargo ports. Apparently there's some steel plate in one of these cargo containers.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
That wasn't particularly convincing, Tom.
No, I fell for a hole that I didn't think was a hole.
Okay. That's quite a skill you have there.
Well, you know when you turn the projector on?
Yep. Need a little pick-me-up. Yeah, that's what I've got the mead for.
Ooh. The bigger they are. I just got achieve.
Oh, what did you get that for?
I just said it was the bigger they are. So.
Oh, I have no idea what that one does.
No, me neither.
But congratulations.
I don't even know what chiefs really do. I don't see them as being...
They just give you milestones to aim for in the game, really. They don't really do much. Microsoft used to do it that if you earned so many gamer points in a month, they'd give you discounts on Xbox Live Store.
Yeah.
But then people found a way of cheesing the system, so they stopped it.
Oh, okay.
Right then. I am actually going to stick another piston on this and plug the ripsaw back in.
Oh, of course.
Because the battery was a little on the low side.
That's why.
What's the matter?
We don't have any iron.
Yes, we do. We have like 27k of it.
Okay, it's just not processing it.
We've got 18k of it. You just need to order up the parts, I think. Parts is what we're short of.
It's making it very, very, very slowly.
Yep.
As in, so far, it's made 5 steel plates.
Really?
Yep. And it's asking for iron ingots.
Okay, what's going on with our assembler? Apparently I can't spell assembler. Okay. Yeah, both of our assemblers should be working. And we've got processed iron. We've got 18k of processed iron. Right, okay, let's do this the easy way. Assembler. Have some iron. Right.
Why is it not making any...
I've worked out why it's not working, Tom.
Go on.
Because the assembler is in disassembly mode.
What?
Someone has clicked the disassemble button at the top at some point.
Oh, that was probably... Oh, Christ, that's working a lot quicker.
Yep, I thought that was a little bit weird. I was sitting there going, what's it doing? Why is that? Oh, that's the wrong button. Fixed it!
Yep.
I might as well get it connected to that. Right, come on, give me my parts. Need my parts so I can dock up my vehicle. Hey, there we go, right. Because hopefully, if we've got this at full extension, there might just be enough room to dock the ripsaw and still be able to get the miner in and out from underneath it.
Oh my god, how have I run out of steel plates already?
Oh no, there's no way we're going to get them both in and out of there. Okay, well let's just plug our ripsaw back in for the time being. Because I've just looked at the time, we've only got about 10 minutes left, so...
Have we? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll get it plugged in so that we've got it ready to roll for next time. I'm going to remember that there's a dune buggy around here somewhere that I need to not crash into. But at least I've discovered that with that massive sail of solar panels, the dune buggy is actually quite easy to right. Oh, no, that's Tom's attack bike. Don't run that over. Right, I'm not going to lie, Tom, this possibly isn't going to end well. My driving appears to have been mildly substandard this evening.
I'm just coming over to watch.
Thanks.
Oh, so close. And... okay. Why is it not connected? Oh, there we go.
It is. I have to drop the suspension down. Right, battery's on charge. Turn everything off. And now we can actually start emptying this of the raw materials that are in it. Actually, I'm going to leave some of the raw materials in it. You know all that stone and everything that we pushed into this?
Yeah.
It's eaten through all of it.
Has it?
Yep. Yeah, I do like it when this thing actually performs properly. Starting to think we should have just built a couple of ripsaws and be done with it. Just road tripped the thing.
Yeah, would have been a bit easier.
Right. How are we doing on materials? Yeah, we're not doing too bad.
I'm just stealing all the steel plates that I can.
Oh yeah, go for it. I'm just trying to work out when I need to take the miner out again. We've got about 20 to 30k of iron at the minute. So we're not doing too bad. We are not doing too bad at all. So for the last couple of minutes I will give you a hand with some of this construction. Come on, give me my steel tubes, thank you. There we go. Look, Tom, we have a wheel!
Woo!
We have a wheel!
We have an outline of a wheel.
Wow.
Which is more than what we had a moment ago.
Alright, we have a suspension! Right, Wednesday stream, Doverkin, is gonna be a little bit of a mixed bag, as it usually is. So, what we've discussed on our server is, now that we've got mods working, most of the people on the server want to go for a restart finally. Which I will hasten to add, I am actually all in favour of. So, we have recently agreed what we're going to allow people to spawn with on our server, because we're doing a PvE server with lots of NPC mods that are going to make life very difficult for us from the outset. It has been decided that we're going to start with a certain PCU limit of vehicles that we spawn in. So I am going to start designing my respawn vehicle for the new server, because we've only got a couple of weeks for that to happen. We're aiming for the restart to happen second to last week of August, so really not much time at all to get things designed out. And also, I'm the server admin, so there's a whole bunch of prep that I've got to do in the background to actually get the server built and ready and set up for everything. So what I'm going to use the Wednesday streams for is designing my respawn ship. Well, I say ship, it's actually going to be a respawn rover potentially, because we've decided we're going to use the Distant Moons save file, which gives us Titan, so an alien planet, Europa, which is essentially the moon but even more ice, very little rock, and then Triton, which is essentially Hoth. And whether that's sensible or not, I have decided that I am going to start on Triton, and I am going to do either a 90% or 100% mobile playthrough. So I'm going to be on the road the entire time, is my plan. But of course that's going to require a lot of design work to get a vehicle that can cope with that. Oh, my vehicle appears to have run out of ice. And hydrogen.
Oh dear.
I believe I may have left it on charge. So, but yeah, so the plan for Wednesday is I'm gonna have a go at the first design stages, and the limit is 50,000 PCU, which is not a huge amount in the grand scheme of Space Engineers. So I'm hoping to squeeze out of that some sort of base vehicle and then some sort of large grid aerial combat vehicle. Because we've got surface occupation and air traffic mods running on the server, which means, I mean, we've been testing them on the our current server over the last week, and they significantly increase the challenge of play. They really do. For example, Tom, just so you're getting a sense of what's going on the server, where we are here, we by now would have been absolutely surrounded by hostile ground installations, and would have had constant flyovers from hostile aircraft.
Bloody hell.
Now, the good news is, with the aircraft at least, as long as you don't shoot them, they leave you alone.
Yep.
But the ground installations have the problem that they're usually, well, they're anywhere from 3.5 to 7 kilometres away from you.
Oh, okay.
Which means that invariably they end up right on top of a resource node that you need to go and mine.
Yep.
Which leaves you with very little choice other than to go and deal with those NPC stations. And yeah, trying to build something that's actually capable of taking them on. Fortunately, we've got some weapon mods on the server as well, so we've got a fighting chance. Because we've got weapons that operate outside of their range.
That's always helpful.
That's empty. Yeah. Right, I know what we're kicking off next stream with.
What's that?
In fact, I may even do it off stream, just to not delay the stream next time. We are again ludicrously short of ice.
Yeah. Have you checked my bike?
I haven't checked your bike, but I know the base is out of ice, and I know my bike is out of ice. I know the Ripsaw is very low on ice. On the plus side, all 6 of your wheels are now built.
Hey.
And I think that is the perfect spot to finish the stream on, as it is exactly 10:30.
Woo!
A 5-deck space station, Dovahkiin. That is a very specific number of decks to have on your space station. I will add it to my list of stuff that Target has been asked to build on stream. It's becoming quite a lengthy list. Right, I'll let you lay down that set of blocks that you're placing now, and then we'll wrap things up. Hey, there's nearly 18% hydrogen in the little miner now.
Okay, that's that. I've done everything I can with what materials I had on me.
Excellent.
Turn me projector off.
I'm just doing the unfortunately required gravel tidy up. Because gravel is only needed for very specific things, none of which we can build yet, so we've got 174k of it.
Bloody hell.
If I remember correctly, gravel is only used for one of the tools and reactor components.
my god! Come on!
You're right.
It won't. Got it. It wouldn't let me get in my freezer.
Oh no! Right. Now you're in the freezer. I will save. And I will say thank you to everyone in chat for joining us. I'm glad most of you missed me completely upending the dune buggy at the start of the stream, which shall never be spoken of again, I'm sure. And yeah, hopefully, I think our aim next stream, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, is to try and get your mining rig finished next stream.
Well, that could be the aim, but I think, yeah, it's basically a lot of back and forth building bits and pieces on it.
Yeah, I mean, we might have a chat in between this stream and the next one, Tom, and we may arrange for a bit of off-stream building.
Yeah, just get it
backwards and forwards. Building that might be a little bit boring.
Yeah.
And we've definitely got some off-camera ice gathering to do because most of our vehicles are running low now.
Yeah, and this thing's gonna need the ice as well, isn't it?
Well, the next thing we need to build on this is the batteries, because then they can be charging off the wind turbine.
Yes.
But yeah, hopefully that thing will most of the time recharge itself off the base's wind turbines.
That's right.
What we're hoping for, at least.
Well, I think it's got
anyway, yeah,
great big solar panels on the roof of it as well.
It does have a solar roof. We did install that, so we've got that going for us at least. But yeah, so there may be some off-cam work between this stream and the next. If there is, we will of course bring you up to speed next Sunday with what we end up doing. If you do want to catch up, I have almost caught up with the backlog of videos. I've just got last week's to upload the VOD of. So if you do !YouTube in the chat, in fact, let's get my mod to do that for me. See if it's working. Is Nightbot working? No, Nightbot is working. Autocorrect is a problem apparently.
I wonder if it's
because it automatically put a space. There we go. It put a space between the Xglow and the.
Yours is case sensitive as well.
Yeah. Actually, that might just be the spam filter. There is a thing to stop commands being spammed in chat. But anyway, that's the VODs. We are up to date apart from last week, which will be going up hopefully tomorrow night, assuming that the scheduled video thing works on YouTube. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how it goes.
It should do.
Yeah, but it should do a lot of things. Hey, there you go. It finally found it for you. As I was saying with Dovahkiin earlier, I will be back 8 o'clock Wednesday night for a bit of casual creative building stream. And yeah, that's the plan. More space engineers. Always more space engineers. Thank you for joining me, Tom.
No, thank you for having me.
Excellent. And yeah, thank you, stream, and I will catch up with you all later.
Bye-bye.